Good morning. I was working on going through some of my books on quilting and such, and I came across this book. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was one my grandmother gave me, but it was a book that I had, and as I was going through it, there was this really great, well, hold on, let's see here. I'm taking pictures is what I'm doing. So it's called Quilt in a Day. It's a Quilter's Almanac, and it looks like this is the Quilt Block Party series number 3. And as I was going through it, it has the month, and you can fill this in, but this is what I found, is I found this really easy chicken divan quiche recipe by Debbie Smith. Great recipe, by the way. And I made it, and it was a fantastic recipe. And then I changed it up a bit and have shared this recipe with people who have been looking for easy breakfast options for crowds. And one of my friends, she's so cute, she calls it quiche amber, quiche a la amber. And so I'm going to share with you what I do. I have discovered that I don't have to make it the way Debbie makes it. I make some substitutes. So I have a base and then I have options. So with my quiche, my base consists of, so this never changes, 4 eggs, 1 cup mayonnaise, and 1 tablespoon lemon juice. That never changes. That's my base. But then I raid my fridge. So this is fantastic. So at the end of the week, or you've been cooking and you need to get rid of leftovers, this is an easy way to get rid of leftovers. So we'll go upstairs. I'll tell you what I do. First, I want to show you my beautiful new fridge that we got. I love this fridge. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for 3/4 cup meat. So I'm going to look in my leftovers, and I need 3/4 cup of meat. And this is going to be pre-cooked meat. And it looks like, see, with the new fridge, we cleared everything out. So everything's looking really good. So I don't have anything, but if I did, I could grab that meat, but I kind of take my leftovers out and I figure out what I'm going to do with them. Oops. And then I'm going to need 10 ounces of vegetables. And then another thing I can do is cheese if I want to. That's optional. So I'll look in my cheese drawer. Like, this guy's pretty, he's about ready to go. I'll look at my lunch meat, see if it's expired at this point, and figure out, well, what I can make. So I might grab those because why not? We got here Parmesan cheese. This is going to go bad if I don't use it. So what will Parmesan cheese go good with him? I don't know. I don't know. But I also have this sharp white cheddar that I could use. So just take out, you could use lunch meat if you wanted to, or like I said, raid your leftovers. These are vegetables for a great salad. That's going to be my lunch today. So back to the recipe. So again, my base is 4 eggs, 1 cup mayonnaise, and 1 tablespoon lemon juice. I mix those things up. Then I add my 3/4 cup of pre-cooked meat. Now this could be like what's left over of your meatloaf. This could be what's left over of some chicken that you made, or turkey, or ham, anything you may have. And then I was going to use my lamb from last week, but it got eaten. Like, it was so tasty. Every morsel on it was eaten. And then you're going to want to take 10 ounces of vegetables. Now, if you don't have vegetables, which my fridge is pretty clean right now, you can take any type of vegetables you like, cut them up. If you use canned, you can use canned. You can use frozen. Key for any of these, you want about 10 ounces. And you want to make sure that that water is drained off. So if it's frozen, you want to make sure it's drained. So what I do is I will just pull out my frying pan and I will cook up those vegetables or saute them. So if they're pre-cooked, that's nice. You just drain the water off. But you want about 10 ounces. And then the other option is 1.5 cups cheese. So I don't always put the cheese in, but like if I'm doing a chorizo quiche, I don't generally put vegetables unless I have peppers. Onions and peppers is pretty much what I stick to with my chorizo quiche. And then I'll use like that Mexican cheese blend or something like that. And that's really yummy. But sometimes people don't want cheese in their quiche. My husband's not a big quiche fan, but he loves this because I don't put cheese in my quiche very often. Just kind of depends, but the chorizo one's his favorite, and I put cheese in that one. You're going to need a 9-inch deep dish pie crust. You'll find these in the frozen section. They usually come in 2. It's real simple. Mix all that together, stick it inside that pie pan, and bake it for 45 minutes at 375. I'm going to show you, I actually, so I did 2 using leftovers a couple weeks back, and I went ahead and froze this one. And so this is going to be dinner tonight, but it's pre-baked, so I've thawed it out. So now it just needs to be warmed up. Let's see if I can get it out and still show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out here. I'm probably going to break up the crust a little bit doing this because this just didn't fit very well. These just didn't zip. They were just a real bad quality. But I first put saran wrap and then I double bagged it. But here I have, what do I have in here? Oh, chicken. And then I had canned vegetables like carrots, peas, and things. And it just looks beautiful. Turn this around. It smells wonderful. I just ate a piece of the crust because I could, but it thaws very nicely, and I'll just reheat it for dinner. So that is my easy quiche recipe. So back to the quiche recipe real quick. You can make your own pie crust from scratch. I don't. I have, but I don't. So the next thing we're going to do that I'm going to show you. Now this was my mentor who passed away a few years ago. Oh my goodness, she was amazing. She was incredible and amazing in so many ways. And one of the things she would do is she would decorate styrofoam eggs. And she made them look like Fabergé eggs. This one's really special to me because she started this one before she passed away. So this is one that I don't know if I'll ever finish it, but if I do, it's one that I will cherish. I have others that she has made that I've kept, but I have a smaller egg. See the size of these? I have a smaller styrofoam egg, and her husband, who I love dearly, is like a dad to me. Another dad to me, gave me her supplies. So forgive me if I tear up a little bit because these are memories with her that I just have such amazing, wonderful memories. But she was so funny. She would find textiles that were falling apart, and she would clip out pieces of it, you know, and those are things that she would use on her different crafts. So here's one that she had clipped out, and it looks like it's missing some beads, but it just, she probably had an intent of putting this on one of her many crafts. But she would pick up those different things in secondhand stores, or they were given to her. It depends, you know, she was a collector of things, and so just little pieces that she would just find, or trims that she would find. And let's see here. Here's one where she took this, it looks like, and she had clipped this piece out. So she would do that. She would find that, or wow, so these kind of look like she had them in some sort of color. I'm not sure, but just a variety of things, ribbons and such. So this is a lace hem tape, but it's sparkly, and so she's added that to this. So that's kind of the key. You kind of put together these little things. She's even got curling ribbon, which, you know, you wouldn't think to put that on there, but she's got rickrack in here, all sorts of colors and things. Let's see what else. Laces. Here she's got a barrette, probably because she was planning on using that bow for something. But yeah, just all sorts of different ribbons. So I'm going to gather a few things. I'll be right back once I decide exactly which colors I'm going to use on my little egg. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to see how this works. So I have pulled out, she's got these sequins. I found some ribbon that kind of is in that color. I found some lace that was kind of there. I found a rosette and a bow, but I also found this rosette, which leads me to this color of ribbon. And then another thing I'm going to need are pins, and so you'll see here we have this roll of small straight pins. So the key with this is to start with you're going to roll your item around and just decorate it in such a way where you can pin it. And the nice thing about this craft is that even if you're not feeling that you like it, it's just pinned in, it's not glued in. So, you know, you're not going to, you can remove something that you maybe don't like. So here we go. I'm going to try and start with some of the smaller cuts first, seeing if any of those are just kind of pre-cut to the size I want. You know, and if you feel like, okay, well, that's not it's not wrapping the way I want to, you can pin it in place, or just realize that as you start overlapping items, that you might get that what you're wanting. So here I'm going to just kind of wrap this, and I'm going to pin this in 2 places up here. So using these little needles. Just pinning that down, since it's a little bit wider than our little top there. And then bringing this guy around, and I'm going to pin him also in 2 places up there. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut my excess up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and do another one this way. And it's just a matter of playing, like what? You're just playing around until you like what you're doing. So I'm going to pin a few more and I'll be right back. Okay, so here I've gone ahead and decided I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pin off the corners there with this, and now where I've stopped is where I started. I'm going to go ahead and pin that guy around here. Oops. I'm going to go around to the opposite side. I'm going to pin that to the top there. The top is going to get covered in the end, I think. I'm going to pin the bottom too, but first I want to now pivot this guy. And you can cut it and do whatever you want, but I'm going to pivot it to this side that doesn't have the little peach color. Pin it or go under the bottom here and come up the top. Pin that up there. And then I'm going to bring it back down here to where it started. Okay. So there's that part. I think I'm going to go ahead and do, I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and do something like this in a couple other places to kind of tack these guys down, and then finish it off with one down here as well, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So here's where I'm at, where I have put these all down. See that? Now, what to do next? I've got this guy I can do stuff with, these guys, and I've got these sequins, so I think this is where I'm going next. So here's what I did in those open spaces, thinking, we'll try that out. Not liking it. I'm gonna take it out. Okay, so I'm trying something a little different. I took my lace, I pinned it all around, and then I tucked it so I could still see some of that other stuff. So I just kind of tucked it and pinned it. So I'm going to go for another row and see what I like. And that's the fun thing about this craft, is it can be however you want it to be. So I'm going to continue doing this. If I do something different, I'll show you. But I think at the end I'm going to show you the finished product, and you know, you can do whatever you want with this, but this is just kind of a fun thing that you can do, and it's just using straight pins, no hot glue. Okay, well, I think I'm satisfied with what I've done. Some of you, I'm sure, are much more creative than I am, and Diane was definitely very creative in this. So here's what I ended up with. It looks more like a Christmas tree than an Easter egg, but just using some pretty things. The nice thing about this is if you don't like what you have created, you can take it all apart and do something else. So I may do that, but I think for now I'm just going to enjoy my cute little Christmas tree-esque Easter egg and try and enjoy this for at least a little while. Well, I hope you had a fantastic Easter and you're able to spend time with family and friends, and God bless.